The moment I realized you didn't know me was when you asked me to write a poem about you. When we met, you were famous for your alchemy. I thought you would transmute me, turn the leftover iron points and sword bits to gold in me, but all you did was gild me. Made me pretty and hollow, like pulling a tablecloth out from under dinner. I became my own birdcage for you. I've always had an obsessive personality. You were a constellation of consonants, a string of suns as bright and distant as Capricorn. Something in my atoms sung around you. I wrote stacks of papers in green ink about the color of your hair and cried on them 3.5 years later like salt water could seal those old ghosts of the notebooks I summoned them in. I have sobbed enough for you to fill the lunar oceans, especially in your arms. Your caress made me uneasy, and I should have trusted my instincts. After all, art is all about intuition. Every time you touched me, you glittered, wavered, shaky around the edges like you would blink out at any second. You were never constant, but you were enchanting like shooting stars, nothing but dirty space rock that disappears the moment you fall in love with it. So I wished on you. You loved the literature in me, loved something worth noting in my lilt, and you noted me in red ink and on post-its and in journals, mining the copper from my veins to conduct precious electric poems. You molded me until I was nothing but a vase, since all you ever wanted from me was flowers. You begged for bouquets from the gardens in my notebook, so I gave you feet of roses and lilies woven into sheets until I had nothing left to line my paper but thorns and yellow carnations. You tried to tell me that they meant friendship, but I knew better. I've grown gardens under my fingernails and in my hair since you started mixing leaded metals and other volatile things like teenaged girls. Yellow carnations mean you disappoint me. And even though I don't believe in sunny, smiling gods, I believe in dirt and dust and other infinite things like us, I thought. I have to write this last poem because it is time for me to finally outgrow you. I will admit there was a time when I would have lined my veins with lead and been your living experiment, would have coated my heart in ground up rubies so you could find eternal life in me. I tried to be your masterpiece and your muse. Everything wears eventually. And you hated the tin you could see in me, despite the gold leaf and the emeralds you glued to me. I was always too solid, too earthen for you. I guess that's why you always stuttered when you told me you loved me. Too many people on this earth have left me in the dirt, and I've grown like a weed where they dropped me, but without you, I have lost all my petals. I am so weary of caring about you. Worn out from begging you to love me, I am so sick of never being quite enough for anyone. Maybe I'm just older than you were at my age.